Harper Audio presents The Forbidden Garden by Ellen Herrick, performed by Fiona Hardingham. Herrick. Noun. A homesickness for a home to which you cannot return, a home which maybe never was. The nostalgia, the yearning, the grief for the lost places of your past. Prologue. The garden waited. Behind the yew hedges, beyond the crumbling brick wall, within sight of the ancient house, under skies both heavy and light, the garden waited for someone to save it. Beneath the soil, now emptied of any nourishment, seeds huddled, asleep or worse, and still the garden waited. First there were the birds that flew over and settled to pick at the bones of the garden. Then the small creatures dug and scrabbled until bulbs were gnawed raw and white. Finally, the larger animals came, deer and dog, a lost soldier, shoes worn to paper, a farmer broken by blight. These animals were hungry too, their ribs pressed sharp against their fur, their fingers frost-tipped, their eyes as empty as the garden had become. Years passed, with nothing to show in a land once so enchanted that bees and butterflies slept safe in the blossoms after their nectar was gathered. Here was a place that defined beauty in petals and leaves, scent and sight, hue and touch. Now, no matter the trowels pressed into the earth, the care taken with each tiny seedling, the garden would not wake. It was waiting for one pair of hands, one heart, one fine and tender soul to rouse it and release its magic. Chapter 1. Thistledown. Graham, Lord Kirkwood, put the phone down and turned to his wife, Stella.
"Fiona says she's found a gardener," he said.
"In America? What good does that do us here?" Stella asked, looking up from her book.
"Fiona thinks this person may be willing to travel. Something about a bad summer in her village, a child's death, townspeople on edge, not a good thing. It's been nearly a year, but apparently everyone's still a bit shell-shocked." Graham tapped away at his laptop for a moment in silence. "Yes, here it is in the papers over there. Modern-day witch hunt involving 3 sisters and their own gardens. All very peasants with pitchforks and torches. I'll send you over the story. Perfect for us, right, my love? A professional to sort things out at last, and time for you to regain your strength."
Stella's head came up. "I am hardly an invalid," she said. "Whatever made me ill is gone now, and I am none the worse for it. Besides, is that the kind of thing we need right now, Gray?" she asked. "Isn't the garden enough of an uncanny mystery without dropping some poor innocent into the middle of our rather interesting lives?"
"But that's just it, Stella," Graham said. "That's why this Sorrel Sparrow must come to England. With all she has suffered in that town, the ruination of her own gardens, and all she has recovered in this year with her sisters, I am hoping that she can find the key to our ruined garden. And perhaps more. I know you think I'm silly to feel that the place needs more than just time and compost. There is something to the old stories and to this young woman. Fiona agrees, and she knows Sorrel. I believe they are meant for each other, the garden and the girl."
"I don't know why you won't let me continue with this project. I am perfectly capable of working with someone here to put the place right again. Others may have failed, but I am determined," Stella said.
"Yes, my love, this is true, but I have no—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?